Are you in a portal between two worlds, ready to let go of everything you've been and opening to the embodiment of all you've ever wanted from yourself? If you're in that birthing space, that portal, that pause, that death phase, then there's grief. Because you have to let go of ways of being that are habitual and familiar to you. And those habits, those habitual ways, can have positive aspects that will also fall away in your identity shift. For example, maybe if you change your habits, you may have less in common with your friends. You may feel alienated, left out, and these things actually make staying consistent more difficult because of the social suffering we experience. And actually, fear of abandonment is a survival wound that we all carry, making change even harder, right? So you have this underlying grief around change, or this split energy where part of you desires change, but other aspects aren't ready to free fall into the unknown. Our psyche says, oh, the unknown is scary. And so we tend to avoid it for our sense of survival, even social survival. If you're in this tricky place, let yourself have permission to feel everything you are feeling here. It's all welcome and all part of knowing thyself, understanding your patterns so you can change them. In this identity shift meditation, we are about to let the old patterns, stagnancies, and current feelings arise so we can release what's ready to be released and carve out space to allow ourselves to change. Because often, our own psyches are the biggest limitation to change, putting outcomes on pedestals and fueling self-doubt. But when we understand, reframe, and release these energetic patterns, change comes so much more effortlessly. As we now approach your identity shift intentionally, we are going to change your regular patterning and start to mature your efforts. True identity shifts are about our internal structures shifting from a state of needing to fix and change the external to it being about a state of devotion, of showing up every day for the person you are becoming. Because if you're no longer interested in surface level change that doesn't stick, but deep foundational psychological shifts, then it's about having the maturity and resourcefulness to just get going. Everything you need to work with, you already have. And the gold is in the reactions to the choices and behaviors you're engaging in on a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. And so the work is always available to you here and now. The effort or work then is consistently integrating the old patterns and focusing that liberated energy from the old patterns into your embodiment. We must create space for the new, because if you don't, your patterns will continue running you and you recreate the same reality. So, are you giving yourself permission to grieve old ways so you can allow the shift? Are you holding compassion for the parts of you in suffering and grief? Or are you letting the timeline and the outcomes matter, pressuring yourself to change? Are you judging the discomfort as bad or fearing what might happen, therefore adding even more resistance to the change you say you want? There's a lot to consider psychologically when it comes to change. But let's take a breath here as we leave the mental aspect and begin to journey inward. As you settle and breathe, getting comfy in your chair, let's bring some awareness to the shift you're experiencing. You may notice the guidance comes as words, images, a song, or any other way of receiving symbols and meaningful signs. Let the guidance be as it is, and you can analyze it later. So drop your awareness now from your mind and your thoughts into your heart space. Let your belly soften and breathe in deeply. Wake that digestive system up with your breath of life, drawing it in, and release. As you breathe, let your breath become a color, a feeling, a smell, or even a memory that nourishes you. Breathing that into your being, witnessing it swirling through your body, gently gathering stale energy and releasing on the out breath. Centered in your heart, notice what feelings are arising as you imagine letting go of who you've been. See yourself now with layer upon layer of your survival self gently falling away, the versions of you who you've completely outgrown. Is there doubt, anger, frustration, contraction, or calm, peace, knowing? Even if you can't name the sensations right now, you might be feeling some tension if you're between worlds. And this unnamed sense of energetic resistance needs to be addressed so that you can make the shift you desire with more ease. Breathing in, allowing what wants to arise, and breathing it out. Attaching to nothing, feeling the energy in this present moment. The future unfurling, the past releasing. A perpetual phase of death and rebirth. You are creation in motion. Again, breathing in, nourishing, gathering, and releasing what's ready. Let the wisdom of life shake up the stagnancy and show the root emotions and patterns to you as you breathe. To help this process, I invite you to spontaneously finish these sentences. Number 1, the emotional pattern I am ready to mature for the shift I desire is. Number 2, the stagnancy I feel is actually my mind bringing awareness to. And number 3, if I could see the perfection of my life's unfolding, right now the chapter is called. Well done. Breathing again here, drawing that nourishment up, expanding the belly, then chest, and out like a soft wave. in, belly, chest, fill, pause, empty the chest, the belly, pause, breathing in the present, eyes softly closed, ears picking up everything, sharp, clear, corpus callosum bridging your cerebral hemispheres, balanced, harmonized, aligned. Taking slow breaths here, signaling your nervous system to relax. Neurons reaching and expanding, spinal cord calm, gently unfurling, rooting, grounding. Imagining now that version of you who is the change, living it, breathing it, speaking it, acting it, slowly breathing this reality in. Breathing in, you are safe, holding at the top, and out whenever you're ready. Again, breathing in, anchoring that safety, that version, being them, perceiving through their eyes, observing your future hands in your environment, and out, feeling your body, your being, your human, your knowing, all here now, grounded, intuitive, focused, anchoring that version in. Beautiful. As we spend a few more moments here, just allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm and gently bring awareness back into your body, noticing a new sense of steadiness. And as you do, I leave you with these questions. 1. What way of relating to your world is ready to mature? 2. What comes up now as you contemplate surrendering to your becoming? Has something shifted? 3. What would it mean to you to devote yourself to something greater that wants to live through you? Whatever arises from these questions is the juice and the fertilizer you get to work with to further unravel into your new embodiment. Your identity shift is already yours, already done. I believe in you. If you'd like to be lovingly anchored into your becoming, I offer one-on-one anchoring sessions, sacred containers where the grief, the shift, and the new aliveness can all be held as you root into your next chapter. If you're interested, find the link in the description whenever you're ready. And until next time, stay true to your alignment.